Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastadam Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhagnattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitavastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Can anyone of you chant this shloka? Dialogue 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Partaya pradibodhitam bhagavata narayana swayam vyasena graditam purana madhye mahabharatam Dvaitaamritavarshini Bhagavati Ashtadashaധ്യാyini Bhadvamanusandadhami Bhagavadgite Bhavadveshini. You want us to continue?
Yeah, the next one. I'm trying now.
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Ullarvindayata Patrane Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Stotra Vitraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrutaduhe Namaha. Sarvopanishado Gavaha Gopala Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamrutam Vasudevasutam Devam Sachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरनति कैवर्तकः केशवः पारावर्ण्यश्च सरोजममलम् पीतार्धगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानकेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानमुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं ध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः
देवाय तस्मै नमः.
Okay. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वम्
अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वम्
प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे
प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे
गतासु न गतासूंश्च
गतासूंश्च
नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः.
नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः.
From this shloka onwards, the teaching of Bhagavan starts. Ashocyan iti arabhya. And the teaching concludes in the 18th chapter. Ma shuchaha. Ma shuchaha iti avasana shloka paryantam. Bhagavataha upadeshaha. Pratama shloka is Ashocyan. Charama shloka is Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Bhaja Aham tva sarva papebhyaha mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. I'll give you freedom, therefore don't worry. Freedom cannot be given. It can be only given in terms of knowledge. Because freedom is Siddha Vastu. If somebody can give you freedom, then again the freedom can be inhibited by someone. Therefore, freedom is not given. It is siddhavastu. Freedom means that I am aham purnaha. I am not limited. I am not conditioned by this dehadi samghata. I am not conditioned in terms of time, in terms of in terms of place. Aham nityaha, purnaha. I don't lack anything. So then whatever lack I feel, it's all aropita. So that is the teaching. That is the Bhagavataha Upadesham. And Bhagavan says, in the beginning itself, he says, he gives the Upadesha, the first Upadesha, to the lamentation of Arjuna. He says, it dismisses the very cause of his lamentation. What? That shloka is not correct. Dukkham cannot be substantiated, any dukkham. Loke shokasya dharmya karanam nasti. There is no legitimate karanam, reason for shoka. Then what is the karanam? Ajnanam. Ajnanam eva sarvaprakara shokanam karanam. Ajnanam alone is the cause for any shoka. Lack of knowledge, ignorance, that is the karanam. If knowledge is there, then the person would not feel sad. Therefore, that being sad, being subject to, thinking that one is subject to dukkha, it's all samsara. Therefore, that is a roga, that is a disease, that is a vyadhi, samsara vyadhi. Therefore, tasmat samsara roga nivaranartam karanam eva apakaraniyam. That karanam alone to be removed. For the treatment of the samsara roga, the karanam has to be removed. What is the karanam? Karanam is ajnanam. And therefore, karanam has to be removed. Why karanam to be removed? Because you are attacking the root of the problem, very root of the problem, not just a symptom of the problem. Because karana abhave karya abhavaha. If karanam is not there, karya will not be there. Karanam is a cause, karya is the effect, the product. Instead of attacking the product, destroying the product, you destroy the cause itself. Therefore, karana abhave karya bhavaha. Karana bhave karya bhavaha. If karana is there, karyam is there. If karana is not there, karyam is not there. Similarly, ajnana being the karanam for samsara, ajnana abhave dukkha bhavaha. Ajnana bhave dukkha bhavaha. Therefore, Arjuna, therefore Bhagavan Krishna is straight away he gives the Upadesha. Straight away he gives the Atma Jnana Upadesha. Because the sorrow, it is not intrinsic to oneself. Sorrow being not intrinsic, not one's swarupam, not swarupam to oneself. Therefore it must be removed. That sorrow is agantukam. It is agantukam. If sorrow is my swarupa, is my nature, then all the time I would be reveling in sorrow. All the time I would be happy in sorrow. Or in spite of sorrow, I will be happy. Because it is my nature. not in spite of nature. I will be reveling in sorrow all the time. I will be acting with the sorrow all the time. The sorrow is my Swarupa because it is my Swarupa. If a pot knows that it is clay, it will be enjoying its Swarupa all the time. It will not bother about, it will not worry about it being clay because it is its Swarupa. But only when it thinks I am just a pot, there comes a problem. I am a pot, small pot, and there is a bigger pot than me, which limits me because there is something bigger to me. Therefore, the sense of fear comes. But if the pot realizes I am clay, that is my Swarupa, and the bigger pot that is also clay, it's not different from me, then there is no fear, there is no Dvaitam. Therefore, the Swarupa, if Swarupa Jnanam is there, then Dukkha will not be there, Bhayam will not be there. Swarupa Ajnanam eva Dukkha Karanam Bhaya Karanam. Samsara Bhaya Karanam. And this Dukkha is not intrinsic to me, it is something external, foreign to me. Like a dust particle entering into my eye. If a dust particle enters into my eye, I cannot continue to be fine with it. My effort will be in removing the dust particle. It is extrinsic, not intrinsic. Similarly, here the Swarupa Ajnanam, it is not, the Dukkham is not intrinsic. Therefore, Dukkha Karanam is Swarupa Ajnanam. Swarupa Ajnanam eva Dukkha Karanam. Okay, if Swarupa Ajnanam is the cause of my Dukkha, then what is my Swarupa? Do we have the Jnanam of our Swarupa? We have some Jnanam. We have some Jnanam. At the same time, we have various conclusions about ourselves. I have various conclusions about myself. And these conclusions, they were arrived based on the empirical experience, what we gathered over a period of time. From childhood onwards, whatever I had learned or I had come to know from my mother, from my father, from my siblings, my friends, rather from the society, what I interacted with is what I am now, or what I think to be I am now. If my parent had brought me with the conclusion, say for example, if they had brought me with the conclusion that I am useless, you are not good, you are not wanted, then my conclusion would be, my strong conclusion would be, I am useless. I am useless. I am good for nothing. Not only that I am useless, but others are useful. I am useless is one thing, but others are not like me. They are useful. They are productive. That comparison comes. Comparison comes, and therefore I am the only useless being in the world. I am not wanted. I am rejected. I am insignificant. This feeling of rejection, the self-rejection, the self-dismissal, that form the core of the child. Even when the child grows up, the same sense of dejection continues. The same sense of dejection continues. And even when the person grows up and becomes famous, great, even though the whole world praises him, but still the feeling of dejection will continue. He feels rejected always. Therefore, he will do what could be pleasing to others because he wants to be accepted by others. He wants to be accepted by the society. He would be a recognition-seeking person. That seeking recognition, that becomes a problem. Because he is not acceptable to himself, he seeks recognition from others to overcome the problem. But the problem is not solved that way. Every one of us have got different childhood issues, some childhood occurrence. But still we manage to be is sane thanks to Bhagavan. Bhagavan's Avarana Shakti, it has kept us sane all over. But these issues, these problems, this issues, these problems is what the core issues, this subconscious issues is what is represented by the Apasmara Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti, if you see the picture of Dakshinamurti, Apasmara will be there at the bottom, and Dakshinamurti will be keeping his feet on Apasmara. And Apasmara will, its head will be big, looking like Rakshasa, holding a knife in his hand. And Dakshinamurti will not kill him. He will keep under his feet. He keeps him in check. And Apasmara is nothing but the unconscious. Unconscious, what we gathered. That unconscious is ready to devour us, but it is kept in check. It is not killed. It means what? It cannot be destroyed. Already formed. Already formed when we were the child. Nothing can be done. What could be done is it can be only kept in check. It cannot be killed. That is not possible. So everyone has got some issues and we still keep that in check. That is what is Dakshinamurti Apasmara represents. And these problems and whatever the issues, these are superimposed on myself by myself because of helplessness, because of the, the because of the surrounding people. When they say that I'm good for nothing, I'm useless. So I also superimpose those ideas on myself and I suffer. I experience sorrow. Suppose if every child is brought up with the idea, you are that, Tatu Tumasi, you are Bhagavan, you are Ishvara, then the child would have definitely a healthy subconscious and probably like that Madhalasa, who sings a lullaby for every son of her, saying that Tatu Tumasi, that is a lullaby. And the moment the child understands the meaning, it pronounces the word. It's a story. So therefore, the childhood is important. The childhood plays an important role in shaping up the future of the child. Therefore, bringing a child is not an easy task. Bringing up a child is a responsible, highly responsible job. And here, the poor Arjuna and his brothers, the Pandavas, they lost their father in their childhood itself. They did not get the care, the sense of security from the father. They were childless, the fatherless child. And in general, father is a figure of security. A child feels more secure with his father. In the beginning, it feels secure with his mother and later with his father. And Arjuna had no experience of father's love. All the Pandavas, they had no experience of father's love. They are all seeking the attention, seeking the kindness, the attention, seeking the security as they would have enjoyed if father had been alive. But Arjuna was fortunate in one sense because Bhishma was there, Drona was there, and he earned the recognition of Dronacharya, his teacher, recognition as a good student, as a best student in the class, and that was his strength. And that same strength it has become the source, the same source of strength. Now it has become the cause of sorrow. Why? Because he faces Bhishma and Drona, the two great important person of his life, right in front now in the battlefield. Therefore, he said, Katam Bhishma Magam Sankye Dronam Cha Madhusudana. How can I fight with Bhishma and Drona? He did not say, how can I fight with Duryodhana and Karna? He said, Katam Bhishmam Agam. Katam Bhishmam Agam Sankye Dronam Cha Madhusudana. How can we also can think his condition. We can also can justify his condition. How can he fight with them? What he is now is because of them. How can he kill them? So is it not right to say the problem is legitimate? The sorrow of Arjuna is legitimate? Krishna says, no, it is not. The problem is not legitimate. It doesn't deserve. Oh, Arjuna, your problem is not legitimate. Your misplaced I is the cause of problem. Your misplaced I notion, is the cause of problem. Aham tesha mama yete, the Bhranti Pratyaya, the wrong cognition, is the cause of dukkham. You play different roles. You play different roles as a father, as a son, as an employee, as an employer. You play different roles in a day. And in the process, you forget that you are playing different roles. You being the same person, as you get up in the morning, you play different roles throughout your day. Your behavior with respect to a person depends on the role you play. You don't play the same role with all the person. In the office, you play the role of an employer, if you are an employer. And when you come back home in the evening, you take up the garb of a son or a father or a husband. When you are the husband, you are not the employer. When you are the father, you are not the friend. When you are the son, then you are not the husband. So different roles demanding different attitude, different outlook, automatically it comes to you. And there is no deliberation on your side. And here, with all the fighting gadgets, Arjuna, a great warrior, he should have stood invincible with all his heavenly weapon in front of the Kauravas. He didn't do that. With respect to Duryodhana, he is a warrior. When he stands before Duryodhana, Arjuna is brave and he wants to fight, wants to kill him. But whereas, when he stands before the same opponent, Kauravas, but with Bhishma and Drona in front, now the warrior in Arjuna, it took an escape. Suddenly the enemies have become Pitamaha Acharya for him. There is a confusion of role playing in Arjuna. Therefore he becomes dukkhi. He becomes sorrowful. And therefore Arjuna is advised by Bhagavan, you are worrying for no reason. The situation doesn't demand any grief on your part. Bhishma and Drona, they play their role properly. They play their role properly in keeping with the protocol. They will take care of themselves. They are intelligent and they know what they are doing. You need not entertain any grief on their behalf. It is not that Krishna advises Arjuna here not to have sorrow. Shastram doesn't say that it is not proper to be sad. What Shastram says is, there is no reason. There is no reason for sorrow. He doesn't say that you don't be sorrow. He says there is no reason. Therefore, sorrow is to be inquired. Therefore, the sorrow is to be inquired. Why sorrow? What is the reason for sorrow? If you inquire, there is no reason. Then sorrow will not be there. Therefore, it has to be inquired upon. From the standpoint of Atma, there is no sorrow. From the standpoint of Paramatma, there is no sorrow. Sorrow has no validity. Neither Atma nor Anatma. they could be the cause of sorrow. Atma is Purnaha, Atma is Nityaha, Atma is Ananda Swarupaha. The Gita itself will reveal Atma Purnaha, Nityaha, Shuddhaha. It's going to reveal in this chapter itself. That Purna Atma, it cannot be affected by Anatma. Anatma is Nitya. So Nitya and Anatma, it exists because of Atma. The very existence of Anatma depends on Atma. Clay is Atma, pot is Anatma. Anatma Gata cannot condition clay. Clay remains whether as a pot or in any other form. Without clay, there is no pot. Without Atma, there is no Anatma. Shariram is Anatma. Manas is Anatma. They exist because of the Adhishtana Atma. Atma is, therefore Shariram is, therefore the mind is. If Atma is not there, there is no body, there is no mind. Therefore, what is Satyam? Atma is Satyam. Therefore, Atma is Satyam. Atma is independent of Anatma. That which is independent, whose dependency is not on anything, is Satyam. And that is Satyam, that must be the my Swarupam. That must be the nature of the thing. That must be the Swarupam of me. Therefore, Aham Atma. The existence of my Shariram, my mind, is because of the existence of Adhishtana Atma, Satya Atma. Therefore, I am independent. Aham Swatantraha. If that is so, if I am Atma, then where is the place of sorrow? There is no place for sorrow if I know myself to be Atma, who is independent, who is Purnaha, who is Swatantraha, who is Nityaha, who is Ananda Swarupaha. If that knowledge is there, there is no reason to be sorrowful. Anatma is not my Swarupa. Atma is my Swarupa. Anatma is not me. Anatma is being Nitya. Anatma being Nitya, not my Swarupa, it is not my nature, then why should I worry about Anatma? The nature of Anatma is dependency. It is Paratantra. It is limited. It is subject to limitation, depends on many factors for its existence. For its continuance of existence. And I know Aham Atma. Anatma is not me. Anatma is not Shashvatam. It is not permanent. Anatma is Anityaha. I have knowledge about Anatma also. Then why should I worry about Anitya Anatma? If I am Nitya Atma, then I should revel in being the Nitya Atma. Why should I worry about Anitya Atma? If Bhishma and Drona, if they are Atma, they are Nityaha. They cannot be killed. If they are Anatma, if they are not Atma, Anatma, then they are not permanent. They cannot continue to exist. Their Maranam is natural. Then also you need not worry. If you think they are not Atma but Anatma, being Anatma, it depends. It has dependency. It is Anityaha. Therefore, Maranam is natural. Then in that case also you need not worry. Therefore, Bhagavan says, a Pandita, a Jnani knows this. That is why a Jnani doesn't worry. A Pandita knows that sorrow is something which is superimposed on Atma due to the non-recognition of the Swarupa of Atma. He knows that the sorrow as it roots in non-recognition of oneself to be Atma. Self-confusion is the cause of sorrow. A Pandita is a Jnani and he cannot have self-confusion. If he is self-confused, then he cannot be a Jnani. A confused person is not a jnani. If a confused person, not a jnani, and he cannot talk like a pandita. But Arjuna does here. Arjuna is confused. He has got confusion with regard to self, Atma. But he talks like a jnani. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Hey Arjuna, Panditanam vachaha bhashase, prajnavadansya bhashase. Yadi tvam panditah chet tata na bhashase, ajnana abhavat. So tvam panditavat vartham karoshi kintu tvai jnanam na avatishtate. Iti Bhagavan says. Then we will continue the Bhashyam. Last class we started. You can repeat after me. Ashocyan ityadi
अस्तु
अशोच्यान् इत्यादि
अशोच्य इत्यादि
na shocya ashocyaha
न शोच्या
अशोच्य
अशोच्याः
अशोच्याः
sadvritatvad paramarthasvarupena cha nityatvad.
सद्वृत्तत्वात् परमार्थस्वरूपेण च
स्वरूपेण
नित्यत्वात्.
So here, from the empirical standpoint as well as from the paramarthika standpoint, na shocyaha sadvritatvad, good contact, and paramartha swarupena cha. So that standpoint also, you not worry. Tan ashocyan
तान्
तान्
अशोच्यान्
अशोच्यान्
anvashochaha
अन्वशोचः
अन्वशोचः
anushocitavan asi
अनुशोचितवान् असि
अनशोचितवान् असि
te mriyante mannimittam
ते
ते
म्रियन्ते
ते
मन्निमित्तम्
म्रियन्ते मन्निमित्तम्
aham taihi vina bhutah kim karishyami rajya sukhadina iti.
अहं तैः विना भूतः किं करिष्यामि राज्यसुखादिना इति.
अहं दैविना भूत किं करिष्यामि राज्यसुखादिना इति
त्वं प्रज्ञावादान् प्रज्ञावतां बुद्धिमतां
तं प्रज्ञावादान्
प्रज्ञावादां
बुद्धिमतां
वादांश्च
बुद्धिमतां
वचनानि च
वादांश्च वचनानि च
वादांश्च वचनानि च
भाषसे
भाषसे
तदेतत्
भाषसे
तदेतत्
तदेतत्
मौढ्यं पाण्ड्यं च विरुद्धम् आत्मनि दर्शयसि
मौढ्यं
मौढ्यं
पाण्डित्यं च आत्मनि दर्शयसि.
आत्मनि दर्शयसि
उन्मत्तः इव इत्यभिप्रायः.
उन्मत्तः इव इत्यभिप्रायः.
Up to this, we read in the last class. We have seen the meaning of these lines of the Bhashyam. Unmattaha iva ityabhiprayaha. Unmattaha means mad person, insane, a crazy person. Maudhyam pandyatyam. Maudhyam, mudasya bhavaha. Maudhyam, deluded, delusion. Pandityam is knowledge. So both cannot coexist. The same person, like darkness and light. Maudhyam Pandityam Javiruddham Atmani. Here Atmani is not Atma. It is a reflexive pronoun. Atmani is in oneself, in you, in Arjuna. In Atmani, reflexive pronoun. Atmani Darshayasi. You showed in yourself that the existence of Maudhyam and Pandityam both are Viruddhaha. If both are then and what? Unmattaha. You are crazy. You are intoxicated. There is no unmattaha. There is no consistency in your thinking. Your thinking is not consistent. If you are consistent in thinking, either you will be mudaha. your thinking will be in keeping with what you know. It need not be like that of a knowledge person. It can be that of an ignorant person, Maudyam. Or if your thinking is like that of a pandit, then it cannot coexist. So viruddham darshayasi tvam. So this is the idea. It means what? Some confusion is there. Arjuna is in real confusion. And Bhagavan clearly said, Paramartha Swarupena cha and Sadvirtatvacha. Paramartha Swarupeti Nityatvad. Atma is Nitya from the standpoint of the Absolute. And Sadvirtatvad. And Bhishma Dronadaya, they know. They are all of good contact. They know what they are doing. They are doing what they are supposed to do. Though they took the stand on the other side of the Pandavas, they on the side of the Adharma, but still they have got some reason to be on their side. Bhishma was controlled by his vow, and Drona he had to abide by Duryodhana. So they Sadvirta, Sadvirtatva, Sadachara means Sadachara, good conduct. They are not bad people, but they are doing what they are supposed to do. From the empirical standpoint also, from the absolute standpoint also, Ashocyaha, Tanprat. So Tanprati, Tom, Anushocityavanasi, Tat na Karaniyam. Iti. Therefore, Arjuna, you need not worry. The next line. Yasmat Gatasun
Yasmat
Yasmat
gatasun
gatasun
Gatapranan Mritan
gatapranan mritan
mritan
Agatasun Agatapranan Jivataha Cha
agatasun
agatasun
gatapranan jivataha cha
जीवतः
Na Anushocanti Panditaha Atmajnaha
na
न
na
शोचन्ति
anushocanti panditaha
पण्डिताः
atmajnaha
आत्मज्ञाः
Okay. Panditaha, the knower of Atma, Panda, Nya, the knower of Atma, Yasmat. Why Bhagavan says that you are talking like a Pandita? What do the Pandita do? Gatasun, Gataha Pranaha, Ebhyaha, te Gata Pranaha, Gata Asu is Prana, Gataha Asuhu, from one whom the Asu, the Prana has left, Gata Pranaha, Mritan. So Gatasun is equal to Gata Pranan, Mritan. Agatasun is negative. Na Gatasun, Agatasun, Agata Pranan. Yebhyaha Pranaha, na Gataha. Agataha, Agata Pranan, it means Jivitaha. With regard to them, Panditaha, who are they? Atmajnaha. Atmanam Janati. Brahmajnaha, Atmajnaha. They have the knowledge of Atma, knower of self. So, therefore, they don't worry. Panditaha na anushocanti. And what is a Pandita? The word Pandita is derived from the word Panda, means Jnanam. By adding a certain pratyaya is Itach pratyaya. Itach pratyaya is added and you get the word Pandita. And Bhagavad Pada here, he gives the Vyutpatti of Pandita. Panda Atma Vishaya Buddhihi.
panda atma vishaya buddhihi
Yeshante hi Pandita.
yeshante hi
येषान्ते हि
pandita
पण्डिताः
Pandityam Nirvidya.
pandityam
पाण्डित्यं
nirvidya
निर्विद्य
iti shrutehe.
इति श्रुते
इति श्रुतेः
So Panda Atma Vishaya Buddhi. Panda is equal to Atma Vishaya Buddhi. Knowledge of Atma. Yeshante, the one who has, is called a Pandita. So to the word Panda, you add the Itach Pratyaya. So you get the word Pandita. So and Bhashyakara he quotes from the Shruti, Brihadaranyaka Shruti, Pandityam Nirvidya. Tasmad Brahmana Panditya Nirvidya. That mantra goes like that. He says that the person who has the understanding about Brahma is that person is understanding of Brahma. That's called having the person having the knowledge in the Shastra, Nirvidya, having attained, completed. Panditya Nirvidya means having completely attained the wisdom about Atma. Pandityam Nirvidya. The Pandityam Nirvidya. Having attained the knowledge of the Atma. Tasmat Brahmanaha. That the person having attained the knowledge of the Atma, Pandityam Nirvidya. That is the quote. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. The full Upanishad he will not quote, only whatever is relevant. Only that part he quotes. Bhagavad. Okay, then the next line. Paramar Tatasto
परमार्थतस्तु
Tan Nityan
तान्
तान्
नित्यान्
नित्यान्
Ashocyan Anushochasi
अशोच्यान्
अशोच्यान्
अनुशोचसि
अनुशोचसि
Ataha
अतः
अतः
Moodaha Asi
मूढः
मूढः
असि
Ityabhiprayah
इत्यभिप्रायः
इत्यभिप्रायः
Paramartataha. In reality, Tan Nityan Ashocyan Anushochasi. From the standpoint of the absolute reality, Nityan, that is Nityaha, which is not subject to time. Trikalatrayepi Tishtati. That is not subject to time. Therefore, it doesn't deserve worry. Ashocyan. Tan Nityan Ashocyan Prati Tvam Anushochasi. You worry. You worry about the person from the standpoint of absolute reality. It is timeless. The person is timeless. Is Atma. So but you worry about it. Ataha modaha asi. Therefore, you are modaha. You are not a wise person. You are a confused person. Ityabhiprayaha. This is the idea here. Then kutaha te
कुतः ते
कुतः ते
ashocyaha
अशोच्याः
अशोच्याः
yataha nityaha
यतः
यतः
नित्याः
नित्याः
kutaha te ashocyaha. Why ashocyaha te? Why they are not to be grieved after? Already told they are nityaha. But the next shloka is going to tell that. Yataha nityaha. Because they are nityaha. Because they are nitya. Atma is nityaha. Therefore, na ashocyaha. Te na ashocyaha. Iti. Then the next shloka. The next shloka, it is not in the PowerPoint. I will share it. That is in the Word file. Next shloka. We are going at a slow pace, so you can memorize the shloka also. The next shloka now. Natve vagam jatu nasam
न
न
त्वेवाहं
त्वेवाहं
जातु नासम्
जातु नासम्
natvam neme janadhipaha
न
न
त्वं
त्वं नेमे
जनाधिपाः
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 Do you see the word file?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Na chaiva na bhavishyamaha
न
न
चैव
चैव
न
न
भविष्यामः
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 sarve vayamatav param.
सर्वे
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 वयमतः
वयमतः
परम्
वयमतः
परम्
परम्
Okay. You can mute now. Natvevagam jatunasam natvam neme janadipaha. Achaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatav param. Na tu eva agam jatu na asam na tvam na ime janadipaha na cha eva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayam ataha param. Here, Kriya Padam. You have to take the Kriya Padam. Awesome. What is awesome? Not English. Awesome. Awesome. It is awesome is lang lakara. Asit astam asam. Asihi astam asta. Awesome. But it is Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam. Awesome. Na nasam is that. It is nasam, not nasham. Okay. Na asam. Asam is the lang lakara. Asdhatu lang lakara form. Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam. Na asam. Agam. It is Uttama Purusha, therefore Agam na asam. Jatu. Jatu is a Vyaya. Ever. Agam Jatu na asam. Agam Jatu na asam. Na tvam. Na tvam is there in the Moolam. Na tvam, not you. Na Jatu na asam. Agam asam, I was. Agam na asam, I was not. I was not in the past. Asam is the past. I was not. Then I was not in the past. Natvam, not you. Na ime janadipaha. Ime janadipa. These janadipaha, these rajas. Jananam adipaha. Jananam adipaha, the king of the people. Who rules the people? Na ime. They were not. Iti na. Iti na. So you have to count how many na is there and where is this na comes. It's a double negative is there. I was not there is not there. You were not there is not there. These kings were not there, it is not there. It's not there. So na should be connected to every sentence. Aham jato na asam iti na. Tvam jato na asihi iti na. Ime janadipaha na asan iti na. It is not that I did not exist, nor you, nor all these rajas. Then, this is about the past. Then what about the future? Sarve, future is a bhavishyamaha. Bhavishyamaha is vayam. Vayam sarve. Sarve vayam, all of us. Ataha param, hereafter. Na bhavishyamaha. Sarve vayam, atah param na bhavishyamaha. Vayam na bhavishyamaha. We will not exist. When? Hereafter. Atah param, we will not continue to exist. Iti na. It is not. It is not that we will not continue to exist in the future. Double negative is there in both. In the past, it is not there. I did not exist. In the future, it is not that I will not continue to exist. I, you, or all these kings. So therefore, agam jatu na asam tvam na tvam Asihi na ime janadipaha asan. Ataga param sarve na bhavishyamaha iti na. It is not. So it means what? I was there before. I will continue to be before, to put it in a positive way. I was there before, I will continue to be in the future. You were there before, and you will continue to be there in the future also. Similarly, these kings also. Therefore, where is death? There is no, really speaking, there is no maranam. Maranam for us, we don't die. Therefore, if you say, if all these people are going to die, Bhishma, Dronadayaha and all, if they are all going to die, if they are going to die, then how can you say they cannot cause sorrow? Since they are not going to die, therefore, they must not be the cause for your sorrow. If they are going to die, then there is a reason to be sorrowful. If they are going to die, then that is becomes the cause of sorrow. And those who are not in the Yuddha Kshetra, they are also going to die. Those who are in the Yuddha Kshetra, they are going to die fighting the battle. And those who are not in the Yuddha Kshetra, they are also going to die over a period of time. So what dies? That is the question. You think the death of the Shariram is the death of the person. That is the end. That is the final thing. After that, the person is no more. But it is not. The person continues to be. The person continues, but not in the same Sharira. Shariram goes and comes. It is Anitya, it is Anatma. But what about the person? The person continues to be. So, here, what Krishna says is, Atma continues to be. He doesn't talk about Anatma. Anatma is Anitya, we know. Anatma is Anitya, we know. Atma is Nitya. Anatma has got the previous existence and the future non-existence. But it is not for Atma. Atma is Nitya. Therefore, with respect to Nitya Atma, you don't have to worry. Anatma has got a date of birth. It has a date of departure also. Anatma has this problem, Prag Abhavaha, and similarly it will not be in the future. Pradvamsa Abhavaha. Prag Abhavaha, not before, it was not there before. Prag Abhavaha, absence of the existence before. Posterior non-existence. Absence of existence after death. Pradvamsa Abhava. Both is there for only Anitya Atma. Atma is what? It is there. It is Prag Bhavaha and Pradvamsa Bhavaha. It cannot be destroyed. Therefore, this is not there for the Atma. Therefore, you will be there, I will be there, I will continue to be there. Then why do you worry? There is no reason for worry. Iti Swarupa of Atma is revealed in this shloka. Atma is Anityaha, therefore Ashotyaha iti. So from the standpoint of the absolute reality, Bhishma and Drona, they don't deserve to be grieved. Iti Krishna gives the Upadesha. We will read the Bhashyam. They will read the Bhashyam in the next class. Please stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Hari Om.
Thank you, Sharanji.
Fine with my throat.
Thank you, Sharanji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sharanji.
Sharanji.
Thank you.
Your voice is
It's
fine.
okay,
We could hear.
Your fine
Yeah.
voice is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but
But occasionally, for some reason, the computer, I mean, the internet is
The
something
network
wrong.
is not proper.
Yeah, it
network
goes
is wrong.
and then it goes. The sound kind of drags
Yeah,
each
network
word.
problem.
my
Yeah.
voice is not good. I know it, but anyway, internet you don't recognize it.
Oh, we are listening and we say it's good, so it's good.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more doubt, Jay, in this print Bhashyam. One more doubt, Jay. Okay,
Yes.
one minute. कुतः ते अशोच्याः அதுக்கு பக்கத்து அடுத்துல யத்தஹ நித்யாஹ சொன்னீங்க பட் அந்த பிரிண்ட்ல யத்தஜஹன்னு இருக்கு நீங்க அமிச்ச பிரிண்ட்ல எதுக்கு இது கரெக்டா அது கரெக்டா
இதில் இருக்க யத்தஜஹ in this print.
यतः नित्याः.
What I'm showing அதுல இருக்கா
இந்த ஸ்கிரீன்ல